The reasonable adjustment duty for disabled pupils applies to all aspects of school life. The following 4 sections show how a range of secondary schools have made reasonable adjustments. The Qualification and Curriculum Authority's statutory statement on inclusion in the general teaching requirements of the national curriculum provides a very useful framework for making reasonable adjustments for disabled pupils in teaching and learning. All teachers must have regard to this statement, which sets out 3 key principles for providing effective learning opportunities for all pupils. These are setting suitable learning challenges, responding to pupils' diverse learning needs, and overcoming potential barriers to learning and assessment for individuals and groups of pupils. The following sections illustrate how schools have identified attitudinal, organisational or physical barriers to learning, and how the making of reasonable adjustments has minimised and removed these barriers. The practices shown have ideas which are transferable to other schools. The process of making reasonable adjustments usually begins with schools identifying barriers and finding solutions in response to the specific needs of an individual disabled pupil. Information gathered in the first instance through consultation with pupil and parents, supported by the expertise of staff and outside agencies, can inform this process. Reasonable adjustments once made need to be reviewed regularly and revised. As schools develop their expertise in making reasonable adjustments, these are often incorporated into whole school thinking, informing policies and enabling schools to fulfil their duty to make anticipatory adjustments. Not all disabled pupils will have a statement of special educational need, just as not all pupils with a statement are disabled. For example, not all children with dyslexia would be disabled under the Disability Discrimination Act. The reasonable adjustments duty does not require the responsible body to make alterations to physical features or provide auxiliary aids and services. So where facilities, equipment and staff, such as teaching assistants, are provided for individual pupils through the SEN framework, such provision is unlikely to be regarded as a reasonable adjustment required under the Disability Discrimination Act 1995. However, using the facilities, equipment and staff in particular ways to support disabled pupils at school can be a reasonable adjustment. The clips you are about to see are arranged in 4 sections. Teaching approaches and learning styles, and the deployment of staff and resources, are the 2 sections which primarily focus on individual adjustments. Ethos and process, and curriculum and planning illustrate how schools have incorporated the making of reasonable adjustments into wider school thinking. These sections can be viewed in any order.